Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out. This is a regular meeting of the Allendale Land Use Board, at which formal action will be taken on the items listed on the agenda and upon any other matters that may properly come before the Land Use Board. The requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied through posting on the public bulletin board in the municipal building and on the borough website by publication in the record on December 9th, 2025. Copies being sent to the Ridgewood News and the Herald News. Certain agenda items will be open to the public for comment and their testimony. The board will advise the public that such matters are open for their comments and or testimony. Okay, before we start, can everybody join me, please? I pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, welcome to the first official meeting.
Yes, thank you.
So, may I have a roll call, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Vice Chairman Dallo.
Here.
Board Member Wazala.
Here.
Board Member Petrino.
Here.
Board Member Aguilar.
Present.
Board Member Conti.
Here.
Chairman Sirico.
Here.
Board Member Butler.
Here.
Alternate Ensalot.
Here.
Ensenat. Alternate Johnson.
We're gonna do the oath and approval of minutes at the end of our meeting. I'd like to move up right to public hearing for application file number 2026-03. Roger Schlick, and apologies again, sir, if I mispronounced it. That's good. Okay. 58 Ridgewood Avenue, Allendale, New Jersey, 07401, block 2005, lot 9. The application is to construct a second floor addition on top of the existing first floor with a new portico. Pursuant to 270-14A, 270-57B, 270-57B, 270-57B1, 270-57F, 270-64C2, 270-63A1, 270-63B, 270-57C, 270-63A-1, 270-64C2, and 270-57C. And this is carried from the public meeting of last month, March 8th, where we all reviewed the plans that were presented to us. And we asked for some changes, agreed to some changes, made some modifications. So you're back before us now with said modifications. We all have the plans. And thank you once again for coming. Okay. So, no worries. But
You are still under oath.
Yes,
And your license is still in good standing?
yes, it is.
You can proceed.
I just wanted to hand out a 3-page exhibit. It's the rendering of the revised front of the house, photographs of my home and the house to the west, and then photographs of the rear of the house.
Were these submitted
So-
to the board?
Yeah, they're just part of that.
These are all new.
Yeah.
These are, no one reading for.
You left off the paper.
Okay, so. Okay, so these are now 8.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the drawings that we're referring to are dated April 10th, 2026, revised, issued for variance. So I want to first walk through the changes that we made based on the board's comments and concerns. I want you to know that every variance that was requested last month has been either eliminated, reduced in size, or increased in setback. So everything is basically either gone away or gone away.
So that whole list that I've been. Good part from the count.
Yes. For the record, I have a planner here this evening. She'll speak to the variance. Variances. Some of the questions that came up last month was when the house was built. So we did some research. The house was built in 1949. It was originally constructed in 1949. And the Allendale zoning ordinance was adopted July 24th, 1958. So the home was built before the zoning existed in Allendale. So it's a predated structure to the zoning. I'll go through the changes in the variances. As I said, either eliminated, increased setbacks, or reduced coverages. The front yard setback previously was requested at 34 feet to the front step. That has been eliminated. I reduced the porch, which is a landing, a covered landing to the front steps. So it reduced in size and depth. Went from 7 foot 8.5 to 6 foot 2.5. Went from 109 square feet to 50 square feet, so reduced by more than 50%. So now we have a compliant setback to the first step of 35.5. And we've always had a compliant setback to the front of the second floor, but it increased a little bit. So that's at 36.7. So we have enhanced front yard setback. So we have no setbacks to the front. Side yard setback was previously requested on this side, the right side, and the side yard setback is based on the gross building area. By reducing the size of the house, the gross building area reduced, and the setback calculation resulted in a 15-foot side yard setback apartment. That is where the first floor is, and we want to stack it straight up. So it's a compliant setback, which it wasn't before because the house was bigger. And it winds up now, it's compliant. So that setback to the house is eliminated. No variance there, it's compliant. The chimney, which is 6 feet wide by 18 inches, previously would have 13-foot setback request, while 15 feet required. We pushed the chimney in and 6 inches, so it comes into the house somewhat and sticks out somewhat. So now the setback is 13.5. So we pushed it in 6 inches. So it's a 1.5 foot encroachment versus the 15 feet. So it's a very small encroachment. It's 9 square feet. So I find it fairly de minimis. If you look at the graph, second page, this is the property, my property and the adjacent property. And I spoke about our providing these photographs show the green giants that are planted the property line. The chimneys go for that back to the ridge. I think the chairman asked the distance in these houses. It's 30 feet 5 inches. That's shown on drawing V1 that was measured. So that each have compliant setback, so there's plenty of space. And you can see the back wall of that house is pretty much a dead wall. There's no windows, there's no activity over there. We pretty much play at the back. So I'm not getting too close to part of the house, it's very active. So there's great distances, open space. I have the arborvitae buffering. And it's really, I don't think anything in fact that chimney based on what the neighbor's property looks like. So that is a variance of 1.5 feet. The hardship there would be the C variance with a narrow lot. The lot is supposed to be 115 and it's 75. So we're only asking for 1.5 foot, but the deficiency is quite large. I did, if the board doesn't want a chimney, I did an alternate on V6 that you have. And I took the chimney off. The board doesn't like the chimney and they want to see what it looked like tonight. They felt it was something they want to approve. That's an alternate. If the chimney, the board feels the chimney would be denied.
Can I ask a question here? I guess it's okay. The chimney in V3 looks like it's actually in the window well. And that's the case or
It's a prefab fireplace,
right?
so you can't leave the first floor out. It's like a box, a metal box with a brick.
Okay.
And you build 2x4s around it, and the chimney itself is 2x4s that has what we're proposing inside. So the first floor would cantilever out. There's a window well and a window below. It's not a masonry chimney where you have to go down to the ground.
So there's no base.
No.
Got it.
The next variance was the rear yard setback, previously requested at 46.9 feet, while 50 feet required. That's been revised to 48.4 feet. And that's the set of steps in the back of the house, in the heart of the house, really. So it goes over the setback line by 1.6 feet. If you go to the third page of this handout, you can see the set of steps that we're talking about. And the openness, street, stone, slab, threads, branches aren't required. So it's that first step that's too close to the rear yard setback. So 8 inches tall, 6 feet wide. So it's, in my mind, it's very de minimis. Again, it would be a C variance due to the lack of depth going front to back. The other variance that we requested was a distance from the house to the existing garage and porch. Previously, we requested 5.75 feet distance, while 10 feet is required. And that was due to that we had the second floor cantilever 2 feet over the first floor. We brought the back of the house to line up with the rear of the house. So now the setback would be a continuation of the back wall, which would be 7.75 feet. So it's a continuation of that pre-existing non-conforming distance of 7.75 feet. Again, if you look at the photographs, the third page, this is an open porch. It's screened in. I opened it up last year, and the roof slopes back pretty fast at the gable. So you can see a lot of trees there, and so it's not like two walls that's create an alleyway. It's open beneath, and there's a gutter, and then the roof starts shooting back to the backyard. So I feel it's rather open and spacious. So on the other dimension, it's not 10 feet, but it's not as if we have a wall. The garage part is towards the east. So that's been improved.
Pop out window is gonna remain,
Sorry?
that pop out window.
Yeah.
You're taking that.
The other distance was from the rear step to the column of the porch, previously at 2.9 feet. Presently, we're showing 4.5 feet because in reviewing with the building inspector, I don't need a landing. They let me just do steps because it's a slider. So distance between the last step and the column is 4.5 feet. And again, if you look at that photo, you can see there's plenty of room. You come up the steps, we go left, right, or left. The last two variances are building coverage. I'll just go over what we changed. And then the planner can talk to the variance or chip. Previously, we asked for a building coverage of 20.8. That's been reduced to 19.2. And because of that elimination of the cantilever is back. Presently, we're at 18.7. Well, 15 feet is allowed, so the house is already over. So our proposal only adds, we're proposing to add 42 square feet, basically a 6 by 6 square. So in my mind, it's a fairly small request, mainly due to the steps. What's affecting this number greatly is the size of the existing garage, the L-shaped garage and the porch that was there since the 50s, I guess.
And as you proposed when you were here the last time, there's no change to the garage,
No,
no change to that open porch area.
no, I just opened it up, just to be agreed. We were gonna re-side it, re-roof it, it's in dire need of renovation. If you just look at the house, the footprint of the house, it's 12.8% versus 15. It's this garage that's really tugging on that number. If the lot was a proper size, and you added the garage, the porch, and the house, it would be at 8.5%. How undersized the lot is. So it shows how much this pre-existing garage is affecting the building coverage. Last variance was FAR GBA. The FAR previously was 28.6, it's been reduced to 27.7, while 25% is allowed. GBA was at 25.74, been reduced to 24.94. We took 2.5 feet off the depth, front to back of the second floor. We took 2 feet off the back and 6 inches off the front. That's what reduced square footage in the GBA. We reduced the FAR, we reduced the GBA, we also reduced the building coverage. A lot of compliant, because FAR would be 12.5%, which is well below 25%. And the design speaks to the hardships there. In regards to the elevation, I tried to do is last month's scheme had a skirt roof, second floor, and a roof line with gutter lines up here. What I tried to do, bring your eye down with these low sweeping roofs, make it look more like a 1.5 story house, which is basically when you walk around my block within, throwing football, this is what you see. So I'm kind of playing off of, these roof lines that come down. This is a 2-story house, but your eye comes down. This is a 2-story house, but your eye comes down here. Same with here, same with here. These are all in that Reed Street location. So architecturally, I'm trying to make the house on scale of it come down. Not only did it get smaller, it got lower in height. It's well below the allowed height. But with the design, I wanted to bring the roof lines down. And the porch got smaller, so I want the porch was the landing. So like I said, every variance that was previously requested was either eliminated, increased setbacks, and reduced percentages for overages. Be glad to answer any questions.
I mean, reviewing the plan, I was on an agreement with the testimony that is provided. Compared to the initial application, they said that he was eliminated. In general, proposal is more confined.
Board, any questions? Okay.
Please, the fireplace, prefab,
Yes.
and, wood burning or gas?
Wood.
Wood, okay.
That's what you need. I shouldn't.
You need enough flue diameter. Go, all right. And you're siding the outside of that, not stoning though.
Yeah, I was gonna just do the shake. This is
Siding.
clapboard, and then that's shake.
Okay.
Yeah, but the questions on the,
On the chimney, I was gonna
Chimney,
shake.
exterior, it'll be shakes.
Yeah.
Shingles as you show it, okay. Very good.
here we go. All right. I open it up to the public on the testimony that you just heard. So are there any questions about what you heard right now? None? Okay. Bring it back. Any further questions? Okay. Plan, please.
So your name's, I'm sorry,
Kirsten Osterkorn from Offland and Osterkorn,
what your last name, please?
STERKORN,
The firm again is, I'm sorry.
AIERSTEN.
No, I'm sorry, your firm name?
Oh, Omland and Osterkorn,
And your business address?
42 Central Avenue Park.
Oh, nice.
No, thanks, well.
You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Could you please put your
Yeah.
experience on the record? Thank you.
I'm testifying tonight as a professional planner. I've had my license since 2013. It is still in good standing. I just got it in the mail for 2026. Keep up with my credentials. I have been in front of this board before. It was a couple years ago. It was with engineering and planning. I worked in the area, have been in a lot of the neighborhood towns like Buckingham Park and things. Still presenting and doing that.
Okay, please.
Thank you.
Nice to see everybody tonight.
Too.
My 7 minute start.
Yes.
Now it's starting.
You're down to 5 minutes.
Now we're down to 5 minutes. Thank you for the applicants for the testimony that he's given with a lot of the everything about the project. It got brought in, I understand with the way that the house was presented and a lot of the variances that had gotten brought down in size and reduced overall. So a couple of the initial ones that we're talking about with 58 Midwood Ave is the first three that we labeled as pre-existing nonconformities for lot area and lot width. It was mentioned, but were able to confirm the house was built prior to the ordinance being in, that it's a pre-existing nonconformity. I know it had to get listed as a variance, but the lot size is 9,000 square foot and this house exists, and we have that hardship that we're working with. With respect to we don't have any front yards that got eliminated with the changes that were happening, and our main thing is we have a lot of main things. So our side yard variance that we're requesting that was mentioned, just adding on to the previous testimony, that 13.5 feet, that 1.5 foot variance. When we look at the overall depth of the property of 128 feet, that little bit of fireplace that we're talking about is 5% of the whole lot. It's very de minimis in nature overall, looking at it. Same with the rear yard, the 6 foot scoop in the back is about 8% of your lot width. So overall, those two are very de minimis when we speak to our C variances that are working for the property. The main thing here now, we've got the building coverage and our FAR. We have those building to principal, but again, working with existing, he was able to reduce off of the back that everything is staying exactly as it was with that setback for that detached garage. The detached garage exists. It's a very nice garage and a covered area that we have there, but that is playing a lot into the numbers that we're working with that was previously mentioned for FAR, GBA, and our building coverage. On all of those under it, we're working with this existing non-conforming lot. The intention of the ordinance and the thought whenever it was made was you would have these 20,000 square foot lots. In this beautiful neighborhood that you have in these blocks that you have undersized lots. You have 10,000 square foot lots. It's not an intent to be building a 5,000 square foot home that you could build on a conforming lot. The purpose is, and I'm going to be playing into both in my testimony, is both my C variances and my D variances. With respect to the D is, can the lot accommodate the house? And the house in general is not overbuilt. It's not oversized. He's taking an existing footprint and he's going up to build out so he doesn't hit his head when he gets out of bed or take a shower. Like we're trying to figure out the framing. And as it was spoken to, and I wanted to show back the picture of what this looks like versus the lots in the neighborhood, of trying to bring a house into general conformance that any regular person or family is an extent of a comfortable and normal living situation. Whether it's specifically, I know when the variance is granted, it's for the lot, it's not necessarily for the homeowner, but whether it was this homeowner or another homeowner, you're allowing a house to be built to a comfortable standard within the neighborhood and not overbuilding the property. So his intent is for his daughter to eventually be part of it, buy his property. And then when she eventually sells it, you have a decent sized house that can accommodate a nice, the 2.5 family, whatever you call it, of 2.5 kid family, whatever that normal standard is, of a house that can accommodate that size, that fits within it. It's upgrading the housing to fit within the neighborhood as it could be seen through all of that. It doesn't necessarily look like a complete, it brings your eye attention down, but it is a nice a 2-story house. And allows for a normal living situation that's part of this. Ultimately, the square footage that we're working with our 9,000 square foot lot, we have 2,494 square feet, where 2250 is allowed. That was brought down previously, and our FAR is at 27.7%, where 25% is allowed. Similarly, with our building coverage, 19.2% is what we're proposing, where 15% allowed. But when I look at the property as a whole, a lot of it has to do with the detached garage that we're working with. And just upgrading a very simple house to a beautiful home that fits in with the neighborhood. I have one exhibit I want to show. I had a tax map, but I don't feel like showing that one. This is just an aerial map, which will be called A something.
A4.
Okay. Whoop,
What is the date on that?
Probably today. Could be yesterday. Let's say, 22nd?
22nd.
It's the 22nd.
Perfect, thank you.
I could have, with the mapping programs that we have to make aerials, I could have picked aerials that showed no trees if I went back in time, but I wanted to show the trees as part of this. This is our home right here. A lot of the point of this is with the way that the house is shown with it going out the back. You can see, I could walk it around if you can't see it, but there's a lot of trees behind the house. So for the purposes of who gets to see this addition from the rear, that impacts it the most, is not visible with a lot of these trees. As it was shown also from the applicant with the row side, we have a lot of green that's happening, that is saying, we're not changing that. And we're literally just going up. And when you look in the neighborhood of a lot of the other houses, that you can see a lot more roof areas happening. You can't really see ours right now because of the greenery, and that is staying. And that is just going up. And when we speak to when I think about the definitions of a floor area ratio of math, it is a comprehensive metric building mass. You put a floor area ratio and it's speaking to your building mass. But for the purposes of this, your building mass isn't quantitative to the normal eye of someone walking by. And what was shown in the plans that were here of what can be seen, and then the neighbors to the left and to the right and to the rear of what they quantitatively see is really not that much. And we have to speak to that. That's just numbers, and that was the purpose of the ordinance. But at the end of the day, I think the intent of the ordinance was for larger size lots. We're working with a very undersized lot. And I believe that this building and what is being proposed fits. It's not massive, it's not overbuilt on the property. And we can speak back to a lot of the positive and negatives of, we're not exacerbating any setbacks. We're not making it worse for the neighbors on that side. From the positive side, we are creating a home that can be used for this homeowner and anywhere else, and is fitting the intent as it speaks to the neighborhood. So overall, respectfully, with granting all of these variants, I ask for positive. I think I was overstepping. I don't really have much, I can just keep talking in circles, but I think I got to the gist of everything.
Again, I know the footprint doesn't change. Board,
We have the chimney currently on the left side of the house, and we're planning to put a new chimney on the right hand side.
Yes,
Your heating system for your building, your homes, hot water boiler or hot water furnace?
it's gonna be direct vent, hot water, hydro. The boiler that,
You won't need a flue up to come out the side of
Direct
PVC piping.
yeah, both the hot water heater will be direct vent, high efficiency. Then the boiler. The boiler's now leaking, it's hot water.
My concern was if for some reason we don't allow a chimney, how you vent the boiler, because you have a.
Yeah, this chimney is purely for a fire.
anybody else?
What are the dates of each of these photos?
yesterday.
Yesterday for all of that.
Yes.
Perfect, thank you.
I don't have really something to add, but as you heard, the real thing to consider when you're looking at a floor area ratio. It's a D variance, but it's not a percent. It's a condition that's established. And the test is, not meeting that condition, can stay still, where it's been exposed.
And you're,
There's a lot of information regarding that. I think there's a lot that's still treated on the plan. This is a lot that's still, a lot of, I think it's apparent to me that there's a lot of thought that went into the revisions, the materials, the architecture. That being proposed.
renditions, the motion for some, and the picture then. Other homes in the area.
I don't see this being anything other than taking it to the bank.
Or any other questions, comments? Okay, once again, I open it up to the testimony, to the public for the testimony that you just heard. Okay, seeing that, I bring it back to the board. Any other questions?
The houses in the area, are there on either side, are there 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom? Because your house is now a 3-bedroom, as I understand.
Yeah, but there's two neighbors here that they can hear their house, but they can speak to that. To my west, it's a 4-bedroom. To my east, it's a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, so obviously, concern is that you have undersized lots to begin with, 3-bedroom and there's a lot of technical aspects here, but at the end of the day, you want a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah, the third hall bedroom is very small. It's like 9 feet. These are very, very, very tight bedroom. I put furniture in there so you can see it. It's a bed, and it's in a dresser, that's it. These are not oversized. I am fitting on top of the lot.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was kind of predetermined.
Right, sir, that's, do you have any other testimony that you care to give, or that's it, you're done?
Yes, I mean, I think we, are there any other questions? But,
Board, any questions? Okay, I now open it up to the public, please. For comments on the overall application. Come up, please state your name. Say what you want to say. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can, yeah.
The
but we're gonna
microphone.
do the whole-
Are you making a comment or asking a question?
I'm making a comment.
Okay, raise your right hand, please. Your name?
Wufan Zhang, Wufan Michael.
Sir, if you could be so kind, because we have to get your name down to spell.
RUFA, last name is Zhang, ZAPNE. 53 Midwest.
Could you please raise your right hand? Solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may proceed. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm coming on behalf of my name is Roger. I know you guys are more of the expert in terms of what the lot accommodates in terms of the addition that he's requesting, so I'm gonna leave that up to you. But I could speak on behalf of him as a neighbor and as him as a friend. He's been in the neighborhood for roughly a year and a half. He's taking really good care of his property. I think even from the drawings, I shared with my wife, she probably likes it more than our house. We really approve of what he's looking to do, knowing that he has 2 daughters that he will eventually want to come more often to visit. We are a neighborhood, small community. We have a lot of kids in the community. I have 2 myself. My neighbor Joe also has 2 kids, and all around us are basically young families with little kids. So I think this addition will allow to accommodate additional kids in the neighborhood, which would be a great addition for us.
I think I don't have any other comments. I know you guys are more professional, like I said earlier, so I'll defer to you in terms of what is compliant, but to me, it looks like it's compliant, just going up. He's not creating a bigger house that doesn't fit the lot, so. That's my quick remarks.
Just for clarification, you live across the street?
Yep, I live across the street, to the west, also. Any,
Any, okay.
four
Wait, how many
bedrooms.
bedrooms?
Four bedrooms. Yes,
All right, thank you. Thank you for your
thank
time.
you.
Greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Same both thing, right?
Jill Romano. ROMANO.
I think it's right back here, address 63 Midway. Perfect, thank you. Raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear from tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So I live across the street. I also have, my house is also like our own house. Basically everything that Mike said, I agree with 100%. My husband and I have both been huge plans for the house, and we are excited and thrilled that we'll be making these updates to the house, so it does best fit the neighborhood. And it's, we're just excited for it, because I think it'll be a great work for the neighborhood and to update this house. So, but basically everything that Mike said, I agree with 100%.
Very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, anybody else? Seeing none, I bring it back to the board. Questions, comments on the application as presented? Right, you know, thank you for cutting this, all the variances down. So I'm happy with this presentation. I think it's a great addition to the neighborhood. Your neighbors are all on board with this. I don't really see any comments here. I can't really make any comments on this as presented, this, the set of plans. My opinion. Board. If there, I'm sorry.
I feel the same way. I agree.
Thank you. So if there's no comments,
I can,
if you would, please, I'm sorry.
but I think just for the record, there are a couple of board members that were here previously.
Yeah.
So just for clarity of the record.
Okay. Okay.
We have signed.
Before we get to that also,
Yeah.
I wanted to also go
Thank
through the conditions quickly. First condition I have, comply with all of section 4 of Mr. Breland's report, which is dated January 13th. Another condition, include development of seepage pits to ensure zero net increase runoff and control of site runoffs. And the final condition I have is all existing landscaping to remain. Does that sound good to you?
It's,
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's based on recollection. We know something.
and then the as-built, all of that.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, having said that,
Also, whoever was not here at the last meeting, please listen to minutes or listen to the recording.
and all the paperwork is.
And I have it signed,
Okay,
correct.
just like all of that paperwork is as part of the record. Okay. All right. So. A motion, to approve or not approve this application, either way.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, sir.
I'll
Can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you. Okay.
I guess.
Yep.
Vote.
Please.
Vice Chair Mandelo,
Yes.
Board Member Wazala,
Yes.
Board Member Petrino,
Yes.
Board Member Aguilera,
Yes.
Board Member Conti,
Yes.
Chairman Sirico,
With pleasure.
Board Member Butler,
Yes.
alternate Ensela,
Yes.
alternate Johnson,
Yes.
unanimous.
So. Thank you for coming forward, for making the modifications.
So the next thing is, next meeting, we will, pass a resolution. Get all your things. Next month, it'll be involved.
You did say-
Don't have to-
And
Way to go.
Right, first I was. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming before us. Members of the public, thank you for your time. Well, 8 o'clock. All right. So,
Yay.
all right, let's go back to the regular business. Approval of minutes from the 1/18 meeting. I reviewed them, I a couple modifications, they were withdrawn. They were distributed to the board. Any comments on the meeting minutes as distributed? Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion to accept, please?
Make a motion.
Thank you, sir. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Vice Chair Mandela,
Yes.
Board Member Wazala,
Yes.
Board Member Petrino,
Yes.
Board Member Aguilera.
Yeah.
Board Member Conti. Chairman Zaraco.
Yeah.
Rico. Board Member Butler.
Yeah.
Alternate Ensalad,
Yes.
alternate Johnson.
Have two other things on the agenda that we need to do. The first thing is the oath of office for Mr. Azariero. So, council, I'll leave that with you.
All books about as big as a Bible.
We definitely want.
Look it up on your phone.
You're in virtual Bible.
PDF version.
So one, oh, look at that, Mr. Tripp. Look at that. It's better than you. All right, we have one. Wait, we have one.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that.
No, he's-
Thank you, sir.
I don't think so.
I, Andrew Zero, solemnly swear or affirm
I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
to the government
and the governments established in the United States and in the state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
I will faithfully, justly, and impartially perform
all the duties of a land use board alternate land use board member
all the duties of a land use board member
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my ability.
So,
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Oh. it's already- Okay, then we're done. Okay. Okay, good. That's. So, is there any, open to vote for comment? Seeing that, I'll bring it back to the board. Anything that want to comment to? Okay. I now am going into, if there's nothing else, I need Joanne, please. Joanne is now, in Linda's place. There's a couple things that Joanne and I have been discussing. She has some requests and the like, so Joanne, I'm going to turn it over to you, okay? If you don't,
Okay.
please.
Okay, the only question I have is mostly about the packets and how to communicate with you. Now, most of, all your communication will be through the land use board email. And if you want me to comment on another email or your personal email that I sent something there, I will do so. I just need to know that so I can go forward. And also, everyone gets the information on PDF. So if you wanted a printout, please let me know. I do have most people get both. And just that they'll be left at the borough to pick up and so forth. if
So
there's any-
before, one of the problems that I have is that we can't have. I have my phone with me all the time, like it's crazy.
Right.
We can't have our borough emails on our phones. We can have them on our computers, but we can't have them on the phones. And there's been times Linda and Joanne have, and even Larry and Kiki
have emailed me, Michael also have emailed me. That because it goes to the borough email, I'm not always looking at the borough email because of the mail application I have on my phone. I do everything through Outlook. So if anybody needs to get in contact with me, Linda would send me a text and say, it would just be one more email. Then I knew that I had to go somewhere, and if I'm in New York at my job, I went somewhere, I'd read it, and if I had to make a phone call, I would just get to a place. So that's why Joanne is asking these questions, is that all of our email, everything borough-wise has to go to the borough email. But the question is, are you guys seeing it enough, or do you need, I'm gonna call it a tickler, for lack of a better word.
I can send it to your
Go.
text
So you
or
can send a
email.
text.
It's up to you, whatever you prefer.
So can you from personal emails in the line up and down or something like that?
Well, what I could,
Well-
Added-
Oprah,
Yeah.
I'll send a separate email saying I said something to the borough email.
That's
what I could do.
Like, they can confiscate, they
Okay.
can confiscate your phone.
Because
they
you
can
know what it is
confiscate-
that by practice, I don't log on to the board
So
email.
I'll either text you or email, whatever you prefer. You tell me what your preference is and I can,
Send them a-
yes.
So how about this? Maybe the best thing to do is maybe you have, I think you can do a group text. When something comes out like that, group text, check your email, or just say email, you know, it's coming from you. And we all make sure that we have your cell phone number,
Of course.
that we know it's coming from you.
Okay,
Would that work for everybody?
yes,
Sure. Okay, and then you go and look at it, and then, again, ahead of it, you know, try and get your packets ahead of, you know, the upcoming meeting, so.
and just confirm with me if I have the proper information, the phone numbers and emails of what,
Okay, so you'll send that out to everybody,
perfect,
Okay. all right?
terrific.
Anybody else have any comments?
Yeah.
Next month. Joanne, what are we thinking, 3?
I'm sorry,
Next month?
May 13th.
No, I know, but 3 things on the agenda?
Well, we don't have
We
any,
think,
we think we should have 2 to 3, yes. We have 2 residents, there might be a business one on. And there's 2 other residents that haven't really, they started the application, but we'll see how they are in the fall. And we'll talk to Mike and see who gets it in first,
Okay, but it looks like.
At least 2,
2 residents.
definitely.
So. Not gonna guarantee that the next meeting will be as short as this. So, and I think that's it. Listen, everybody, thank you for coming out tonight. This is important. We have brought this applicant back 4 times. Okay, and I wanted to make sure we had, and we needed a majority because of all variances. So, thank you for coming out. 8 o'clock, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Be safe.